Florida man standing in his sunroof while driving his Cadillac down I-4.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to my stream. I'm Reina Creole, bringing you that spice to sci-fi and pop culture analysis. And I just had a touch of what it's like to be in Florida when the thunderstorms knock out all your power, including your internet, and it takes you 5 to 10 minutes to get everything rebooted and back up and all that. So I just want to thank you guys for your patience. It literally just 10 minutes before showtime and all hell decided to break loose. But we are here. We're good. We're among friends. We're going to get this show on the road. So with that, let me bring up Fat Steven, Culture, and joining us this week, Mad Mardigan. How are you guys doing?
I'm done.
You and those breadsticks, man.
I am
right.
Okay, well, I'm good. I'm good. I'm disappointed in a lot of things that are happening in entertainment and in entertainment business, but I'm good.
Okay. You know, I hear you, because I saw a tweet today that was so freaking stupid.
Which one? Because I've seen about 400.
Here's the thing. I've been on Twitter for like 10 years, and I've seen some dumb crap. But lately, the amount of dumb crap, and then a tweet that I saw today, I'm just like, I'm going to wind up doing a video late tonight because it is so damn stupid. It deserves to be clowned. It really does. So, well.
My favorite today was someone trying to explain what the racism means and confusing it with stereotypes, and try to explain that stereotypes is the same as racism. I'm trying to be polite about it. Thank you.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're really dumb. They are very, very dumb.
It's like kicking kittens, but
no, don't hurt the kittens.
No, but I'm saying it's just like they're so stupid. It's just like, you know what? If I just verbally punch you, it's going to really be unfair.
I can't say it's stupidity, because stupidity has a limit. This is just pure on ignorance and refusing the fact to listen.
Well,
other than that, we're in Florida. No more drama.
I know. It's like, I can deal ignorance. You can have an excuse for, but to be stupid, just damn. But anyway, 20 of you guys watching, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Let's get started with the.
Hi, Matt.
What?
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
I was waiting.
You suck.
Okay.
I love you.
Let's not do.
No, we're not doing that. I love the guy to death.
Let me welcome the chat real quick. You guys been so patient. Hey, Darth Haster says, "Hey, Reina Creole, I hope your evening was awesome." Well, it's awesome that one, I'm with you guys, and two, my freaking internet is back on. I have an obscene amount of devices that are attached to my internet. So. Phrasing, you know what? I need that clip. I need that clip. I need that one from Archer.
Phrasing. We also need the koalas crapped rainbow in my brain. We need that one.
Oh no!
Oh no! Let's see. Fat Stevens, welcome in everyone. And Accidental Tourist, hello. Says hello, chat. Well, hello to you. Thanks, Stephen, for keeping everyone apprised with what was going on, because that was messed up.
I would like to say one thing to the chat. This is your guys' first time in Florida seeing Fat Steven in full motion capture.
That's right. That's right.
What's a little different right now. So if you guys didn't notice, I'm talking, Steven will talk, the head will move, and I blink. I even breathe, unlike most of the people on Twitter.
I'm trying to think of what animatronic at Disney World you reminded me of. It'll hit
you say
later.
Dumbo, I'm out.
Oh no, he's not animatronic.
Actually, the same capture technology that Fat Steven is using is utilized in Turtle Talk.
What was that?
Yeah, that's right. Turtle Talk with Crush. We talked about that last week. It's so awesome. It's just like he's like he looks like CGI, but not quite really, and he's swimming around, and his face changes and interacts with the kids. It's really cool.
Get out of here, Rick. Oh, God damn it.
the kids ask him questions, and he has like facial expressions and all of that. And one part where Culture, you have to correct me. Was it his kid or crush that went back and got the bikini top, but he didn't know what it was? And he was asking the kid, I found this, what is it? And the kid tells him, it's like, it's for girls. And his face, his shocked face expression, it's priceless. It's just priceless how the expressions go with the kids, just with interacting with people. So
kids, and it's really fun. Okay. Well, it's really fun for the kids. Because they actually, you legit carry on a conversation with them, and he will embarrass the pants off of the adults for fun. It's a good time.
Yes, it is fun. One kid he called on, and it was neat because the kid had glasses, and he was like, "Yeah, the double goggle dude sitting up front." That kid was he's just like, wow, you noticed that, about me. So that was cool. Damn, I missed that show. Zachariah 315 says, howdy all. Hello, how you doing? Great one is here for Lorena. Pat Steven Seagal, Beta for Pedro, PA is being hit with some strong storms near Philly. Yes, lost my internet 30 minutes ago. Dude, I was like 15 minutes behind you and just went... Yeah, so when AccuWeather sends you alerts, pay attention.
Oh yeah, dude. You remember in the old days we had WeatherBug. WeatherBug would go off. You'd hear that little tone on your computer, and you'd be like, "Oh man, gonna get rain."
All that.
I don't remember a WeatherBug.
No.
Yeah. Well, I'm 1,000 years old.
Well, all I know is AccuWeather. AccuWeather is run by actual meteorologists. Some I actually went to college with. So that one, when they're predicting stuff, I take that extremely seriously. Hey, Karen Prime, how are you? So glad that you are here with us, my dear. I know it's very late where you are. ADK wins in Canada. Yeah.
Can you guys hear that right now at all?
No.
Hear what?
I just hear your...
I'm on the 21st floor right now, and the winds have been howling, like I said, for over 6 hours. Like I have the window open and look, and it sounds like I'm being read at by a crowd.
I'm not hearing anything. Karen says it's blowing a gale here as well. That's one bloody storm. Here's the thing. I have been in some biblical types of storms in Florida. This one, I didn't hear anything, and the power went out. I thought like a transformer blew or something like that, maybe to cut it off. But I've been in thunder and windstorms or rainstorms where the windows are shaking, thunder hits, the ground feels like it's moving. It's insane.
I have one question. Have you ever been in a storm so bad that there is a guy shirtless in shorts on your street holding the American flag and headbanging?
I haven't seen him personally, but I have heard of him.
I heard
I have heard of him.
I've also heard it's actually Culture doing that, and he's a master of storm riding. So.
Wow. No,
he only does it to let his hair blow in the wind.
That's right.
Yeah. He's trying to make the bald people jealous.
Hey, I stand. Actually, it's even better if you don't have wind. You stand on top of your van.
Yeah.
You have that old, that old orange, 1970s Echo line van. And if you hold your flag, you get your car going in a straight line and you set the cruise control, either that or a brick and a stick will take care of the problem for you. And you try to get the steering wheel so it stays in a straight line. And if your alignment's good, you're probably all right. You crawl out the window, grab your flag.
I got to say one thing, Culture. It's an honor to have you here, especially the speak and spell version. I love this.
Oh, yeah, it's terrible. I'm so unhappy right now.
Culture, are you Mr. Spell? Toy Story now.
I actually feel like that right now.
Right now it's B.
Mr. Spell was important. He was important. He held seminars about what to do if you or part of you was swallowed. Yeah. Battery corrosion awareness, stuff like that.
You remember a lot about that.
You've been very busy this week, Culture, and I got to give you props. You've been running around like a chicken with your head cut off and getting a lot of stuff done, man. That's good on you.
I'm after helping everybody and being around, and that's this is the best we could ask for during this time when we're all tied up together and and we can't be around anybody, we get to interact with each other and everybody in our chats. We have been very blessed.
Well, arigato,
Exactly.
Mr. Roboto.
Well, Purple Valkyrie, good. She says, good evening, all. Good evening to you too, my dear. I know it is very early where you are, you and Karen Prime.
Thank you, Lady Toriel.
Extremely early. Let's see. Who else that we have? Let's see, Karen Prime. Let's see, Accidental Tourist. Hey, Tina Bojan. Good. She says, good evening, friends. Good evening to you too. And why do I feel like I missed somebody? If I did, just shout me out again and I'll highlight you. Let's see. Joyce Gal says, what's up? Oh, what's up, Joyce? So glad that you are in my chat. I think you're new to dropping into my show. So welcome to you. And thank you, Fat Steven. I'm going to get to that in a minute. I see Shadzar is in the chat. I saw that the Google moderator zapped you. Yeah.
And all he said was Fatal J's famous line, where all the white women at?
Yeah.
So I guess we can't ask about white women in this stream.
Well, I'll do it for you. Hey, Naughty Monkey R. says, hey, your house things. I'm glad to freaking be here and finally have my internet up and all that. Hello to the Time Prophet. He says, if I don't see a message, it's because I am writing a program at the same time. I get you when your head's down and programming. Let's start a UPS fund for Lorena. You know what? I do need one. That's one thing. I keep forgetting to get one of those, and I should get it. And I have automatic backups and everything, but there's nothing like having one of those, and I need it.
Can we start then a girdle fund for me then, please?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah,
anything for the fat joke slide-in culture, right?
And make it a Belkin UPS. Yep. I'm going to throw that on my Amazon wish list, and Stephen can throw a girdle one on for
him. And we all know what UPS is.
You're going to get something like the value
uninterruptible power supply. Uninterruptible power supply. You plug your router, your modem, and your computer into it. Therefore, when everything else goes down, at least you might have something else. Of course, if your local plant or node goes down because they don't have power, then you're SOL anyway. But
but they do make those now, I believe, also that has like a backup battery. So I think you can actually get those with the backup battery, correct?
Yes, you can. Absolutely.
And they actually charge and they won't trigger until the power goes out.
That's exactly right.
Hey, awesome. Clock Sword said, please no kitty kicking. Treat brainlets with the disrespect they dish out. I'm just kidding. I have 2 cats that I absolutely love. So no, I treat brainlets. I pretty much verbally throw them against a concrete wall. It's fun. It's fun to watch. Let's see. Brutal Morningwood said, oh boy, what did I miss? Me not having power and waiting for everything to reboot and come back up. That's been it. I wonder
if Mighty Morphin Power Rangers ever have that problem.
Let's see. Jesse Miller at the Crow's Nest. Hello. I don't think you've been in my chat before. How low do you think Disney will drop again? It's at 138.38 now. I tell people do not even bother looking at Disney stock until it drops below $75. I'm not kidding. You
think that's possible?
Oh yeah.
It's way overpriced now. Any analyst worth their salt will tell you Disney stock is not something you buy now, and if you have it, to hold on to it. Because I bought in 10 years ago. I bought in at $35. $35, and I wasn't sure what it was going to do. It was, I think, right when they bought Marvel, because they were going to have to do something to compete with the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. That was over at Universal. So I didn't know what was going to happen, but it's like, it's $35 compared to Google, which I think at the time was $200 a share. I'm like, it's not bad. But no, Disney is way overpriced. Don't buy it like that. Well, what's your feedback, Culture?
Well, they're overpriced. And sorry, go ahead, Culture.
No, I was just going to say the market cap is unrealistic right now, and it has been for a while. And we'll get into one of the primary reasons for why I have a problem with why they're so overvalued. But the problem is that they don't have their primary business sources to generate revenue right now, and they're going to be extremely hamstrung probably into May of this coming year, 2021, when it comes to all of their other earning. Everything that every single division that earns them their money is closed except for theme parks, and theme parks are limping along.
Oh yeah,
and that only because of Florida, and the European parks closed down, which again they get a portion of revenue there.
Mhm.
The Asian parks closed down; they get a portion of revenue there. And I strongly suspect that China will have both of those parks closed sometime in the next 2 to 3 months.
Mhm.
So just
Yeah.
we're in way overvalued territory, but you can't tell that to people. I watched the stock go up right after the Q4 when they were outright telling you,
I know,
"Hey,
me and Culture were like, are they nuts? Yeah.
And well, you know what? Every once in a while, you have to point out that the emperor's not wearing clothes."
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Hey, Dave Bob says, hello, Reina Creole. Hello to you. And let me see. I think I subbed months ago. On the last week, clicked again. It was unsub. Yeah, YouTube's been unsubbing people like crazy. Like crazy. So definitely, if there's people you're subscribed to, go back to make sure that you're still subscribed to. My prognosis is 50
noodles,
or buy Disney at 50. At 50 would be awesome.
Yeah, it won't ever get down that low. I
No.
think if it gets to 79, I think that's a remote possibility. It's possible. I still think sub 100, you're still probably in a safe zone based on their asset ownership. But that's the only thing that was the only reason you could feel safe at that price.
Yeah, because I tell people, I said, if it hits 75, when it hits 75, start shopping. Yeah. You can always put in orders that basically say, hey, if it hits this number below, go ahead and buy that for me. You can put orders in there that'll do that, and the computer will trade it for you. Always
have a put in place if you were using any type of absolutely.
Exactly. Their cruise lines are a disaster. Yeah, it's
I
not
have some news. I have some news about that, but so when we get around to that part of the show,
I think we're getting mildly rated by the people who just finished up Nerd Cookies stream, and
they
you have a 19K Fox in here as well.
Cookie Raiders, Larry, they lied. Yeah, my dear, they do, and Culture and I are way aware of it. That's why we tell you this stuff when we get here. Hey, Terry Rose says Genactic. I like that. That's very, very cool. Hi, Tavatino, just arrived for Nerd Cookies stream. Love Nerd Cookies. Please subscribe to if you have not. 19K Fox says, hello, Miss Creole. Well, hello to you, 19K. And I'm so glad that you are here. Soul Assassin, Cookie Raid. Yes, Cookie Raid indeed. Limit orders are the way to roll like a video game. You got that right.
Oh, for sure, Jesse.
Got that right. And Lady Tariel tipped $2. So thank you so much, my dear, for the $2 tip. I appreciate it. Love all the tips that you guys send. They help keep the channel going, invest in equipment for my channel, but also helps me to support other channels with super chats, tips, someone in the community, if they're in need and I get a heads up about it, I can support them. So you guys help make that happen. So I think I am caught up with, one more. Hey, Makini 90, how you doing? So you guys ready for a little bit of Florida fun? Matt is like, yeah, I'm ready.
That sounds like a trap.
Oh, sorry.
Question.
There's a tanker in the chat. They always stink it up.
Tanker.
Yeah.
What do you mean tanker?
Like
you have a fanboy?
It's Army thing. That's Army thing.
Okay. I'm like tanker, oil tanker, whatever. Okay. I just want to make sure I wasn't anything.
Almost.
So this was sent to me by Soul Assassin. Actually, he tagged me and Cajun Dunn in this.
This is
check it out.
Wow.
Like a damn cat.
Wait, what? What is that?
Gosh.
It's like a laser pointer. And the alligator is trying to grip the laser pointer.
Well, that's
Mine.
insane.
That's just
Mine.
This is
There's another one though. There's actually a second one if you watch near the end too. He pops up from the bottom of the screen.
Okay, I don't think it popped up for
oh
me.
my gosh.
But yeah, it's a loco laser. Yeah, I call it a loco laser because I have 2 cats, and every time I use the laser and I'm pointing around,
Yeah.
they lose their damn minds.
Yeah, they do.
It's great when you make them jump off the couch, and then they realize they just jumped off the couch, and it's a far drop, and they have that look of like the Wile E. Coyote right before they hit the ground. I love it.
Hey, Amanda Pizzolato says, how everyone's day going? Going great, going great. And Theme Park Casual is here. It says, hey,
Hey.
oh, Lord, are we going with
Hello.
the infantry jokes now? I've heard those.
Yeah, it's
Taggers is running infantry. Okay, I heard everybody makes infantry jokes. Oh my
Mad
gosh.
Militia.
That's so freaking funny. Let's see. Somebody else said something. I forgot about this video with the video LOL Gators be crazy. Yes, yeah, dude. I made sure to bookmark this because it was just too freaking funny. Too freaking
awesome.
funny. Yes. And let's see, Lorena, have you ever thought about taping the laser pointer to the ceiling fan and turning it on? Best cat exerciser is.
No.
You know what is even funnier than that? And I found out by accident. You know those lightning bugs, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. One got in my house, and my cats lost their mind. I wish I would have took video of it because it was just, they were messed up because it's stuck in the house. It can't get out. And the cats are like meowing and screaming, trying to catch it. They can't freaking catch it. But yeah, I will have to try that. That's for sure. I will have to try that. Florida for life. Yes.
You need to get a laser pointer that's like a Harry Potter wand, so you can have your own fun and still play with the cats. You know what I mean?
I sure as heck should. Firefly. Okay, 38 people watching. Thank you so much for being here with us. And oh man, you know what? I don't know why it freaking does that. I think it just wants to give people epilepsy. But we're getting into the Q4 results,
It's
but we
Fireflies,
kind of
that's
want to
what it is.
do a little bit of
They already have
Disney
a
news
tree?
as well. Oh, yeah, that tree goes up early. That tree went up, I think I want to say a couple of days after after Halloween.
Jesus, they're worse than the dollar store.
You know, Disney, I mean, one day, I think I was there in, one year I was there in August. That 2 weeks in August before the kids go back to school and all of that, when it seems everyone from New York and Philly are down in Florida. Woke up one day and there was Halloween decorations all over the place. I think it was like August 18th or something. They just get like, I guess, I don't know, they get those dwarves and everyone else to go out there and put it up. But
I can picture that now. I was like, okay, you short little midgets, let's get out here. It's Christmas now. It's still July. Get the hell out. Put your hat on. Let's go.
Yes, Time Profit. They do that, and it goes on earlier and earlier and earlier every freaking year.
Mhm.
Sometimes after July. If they do, I guess they're off property because I've never, or it must be a joke, haven't seen them in July. Haven't seen them.
Say wood and erected in the same sentence.
Oh, okay. But I do know that, yeah, no room for Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's as soon as they get done with the Halloween stuff, the Christmas stuff comes up. But this is in Disney Springs. I keep calling it Downtown Disney because we know what it is. Says faces huge crowds tonight amid Wdw Capacity Increase. So for folks who don't know, they have slowly increased capacity, I think like to 35%. So they say, because that looks like a heck of a lot more than 35% of what's going on. So Disney Springs, for people who don't know, is like the shopping district, basically, where you can go feel like you're at Disney, but you're not paying to get into the park itself. So it's like a big, huge strip mall that's outside, regular stores, restaurants, Disney themed stores, a big Disney merchandise store. And I'm blanking on the name, and it's a shame because I should freaking know it.
Stop, Steven.
I see you, Steven.
What am I doing? I'm
I
sitting.
see
You're
Steven.
wiggling your eyebrows at us. It's distracting.
It's the motion capture. I'm not doing it.
Hey, Commander Ed Stracker of Shadow. Why do I know that? AVI. Why do I know that from somewhere? That's tripping my memory. Yes, in Disney Anaheim, it goes up on November 1st since the 80s. It is a huge local draw. Yes. Yes. 35% looks like more people you ever saw in the Star Wars area. Yeah. But yeah, they're here. They're shopping for Christmas. They're all, around there getting their stuff. It's always a happening place to go shopping. And the reason why I bring this particular thing up, not because we're going to talk about the fourth quarter earnings call. And here he says, quietly have increased their capacity to 35%. For our Florida man story this week, man accused of impersonating DEA agent carrying a BB gun at Disney Springs.
I have so many questions.
Wow.
Why is it always guns? Why is every story we've had is guns?
I don't know. Florida.
Well, that and blaming a 6-year-old for the gun.
I think man is a little bit of a stretch for this kid.
Yeah.
Was that one of your questions, man?
Yeah, that was for first one. Second one, guy, that's not how a DEA agent would look whatsoever. No,
this guy looks like he still watches Teletubbies.
Let me just say, this is Florida. We can sniff out a fake DEA agent real fast, okay? But let's see where is the man at? That looks like Tom Holland.
Oh, no.
Oh, you think that's bad. Where is it? That's a damn shame.
I was going to say that next. Running, what do you... Well, it makes sense. It's a BB gun.
We need more BB toting men. Oh, my gosh. 2 words, meth smoke.
Possibly.
I don't know. I don't think so.
No, he has too much of a nice complexion to be a meth smoker.
Yeah, he's too clean.
But if you just get started, you don't know that, he might have started last week, a couple weeks ago.
Maybe, but he still has the lesbian haircut named Julie, so he's definitely not in that role. Come on, it's a Pablo Francisco joke. Deal with it.
Oh, he looks like he still just got rid of his acne.
No, I'm trying to look closer. I think he may still have it.
I think so, judging by
what's going on
down here.
He has like a little butt chin too. What
He
is
does.
that? Why am I using my arrow? You can't see my arrow.
Oh my gosh.
I do that all the time.
Let's see what we got here. So Lake Buena Vista, Florida. That's code name for this is a town where Disney is, and they can pretty much do what they want. The Orange County Sheriff's Office said a man was arrested at downtown Disney for impersonating a law enforcement officer and carrying a concealed weapon. Now, weapons showing up on people at downtown Disney is not out of the ordinary. You do not have to go through a security checkpoint, at least not that I know of, unless they hid it somewhere, to go into downtown Disney. Cavatinho, what did I miss from you? Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Story 2 days ago. Oh, good God. Oh, yeah, I'm glad I didn't see that one. That must have been Broward County.
Whoa. Yeah, they still have those broad sweeps for excessive metal levels, but they don't have like legit metal detectors or anything there.
Yeah.
But you do have to go through that temperature check area. They do funnel you still, and you still have to go in through the entry place.
Yeah,
but
you do.
This DEA agent keeps staring at me. It's really creepy. Like he doesn't stop.
Well, I know.
No matter where I move, he's just like right there.
He's like, I'm Tom Holland. I just did the Drake part in that new crappy Uncharted movie.
Well, when you go into Disney Springs, I know when you're coming through the Lime garage, before you even walk out of the freaking garage, I guess at the bottom level, they have you go through that Advent Health temperature check. The Mouse Patrol called them. Let's see, because Disney cops, Disney security is nothing to mess with. That's for sure. Hey, Justin, says Mad Mardigan. Just so you know, we won. You unfortunately did not. Okay.
What did you win?
Huh?
What game was it?
It's not a game.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's
All right.
Is that a war joke?
That was meant for you.
No. No, he's giving me a hard time. It's something I say.
Hey, guys. Hey, runner. You might want to
Bono.
scroll up. You might want to scroll up.
Hello, Mr. Sunglasses at Night.
Yes,
Let's
Bono.
see. It's like her Lake Buena Vista, Anaheim, the towns the rat built and ate. You know, one of these days we are going to get into just how, as my relatives call it, Disney stole the land from the state of Florida. We're going to have a stream about that one day. But getting back to this here, deputies say that Nathaniel Smith, 18, was flagged by security at Disney Springs about possibly having a gun. I have questions.
Yeah.
You want to go first, man?
No, go ahead. No.
Okay. I'm going to say about possibly having a gun. So were you obvious with carrying this thing?
I mean, the only thing I can think of is like maybe he was like presenting himself as a DEA agent, and then people would be like, that's weird. And then go and tell him like he may have a gun too, because he's saying, or he had it on him and he bent over and somebody saw the plastic BB gun that he had. And like, I don't know. That's weird.
I know.
Yes, Justin, I have the power.
So according to his arrest report, deputies say that Smith told them that he was recently hired by the Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, as a special agent by the agency's Atlanta, Georgia division. When the deputy asked to see his badge, Smith pulled one out.
Oh,
the deputy.
God. Was it a sheriff badge from the school?
God, I have no, Justin. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Thank you for calling me Justin. Thank you.
He probably showed off with the girls, then got caught. I don't know.
that could be it too. But yeah, I want to see my gun.
Yeah.
Would you like a McRib?
No. All the DEA agents have orange tips on their guns now. This is the thing we do.
Really?
It gets better. The deputy then asked for a phone number from a supervisor, which Smith could not provide. Let's see.
Wait, but he had a badge?
44. I don't know, but he says here, upon further investigation, the responding deputy said he found badges similar to Smith's being sold on Amazon.
Really? I got to check this out on Amazon right now. I'm going to take a look at this right now.
Orange tip authentication marker.
That's right.
He got his badge out the cereal box. So, man.
I love how he's like,
he is an idiot.
I'm going to have a badge for when they ask me, but he never thought like, fuck, what if they ask for a boss? Like that never popped in his head. Like, oh, of all the things that he could have asked me.
Badges?
I didn't think that.
You don't need no stinking badges.
So the deputy then found a concealed and loaded Glock 19 replica BB gun inside Smith's waistband. The badge and the BB gun were seized, and the 18-year-old was arrested. He's charged with impersonating an officer, unlawful display of a badge, and carrying a concealed weapon.
His weapon was puberty because he hasn't hit it yet.
But he got those digits though.
Yeah, but you know what? He got to vote, guys. Are you excited?
What did he vote for? My badge is real. Amazon said so. It says authentic kid's toy. Must be real.
All right, y'all, be nice to Runner.
Shut up, Runner.
Get a BB gun just to get, weapon. Yeah.
I love
Kid,
Runner.
you could put an eye out with that.
It just never fascinates me.
I have a pellet.
Your car. Can you
I have a
see him
pellet in
going
my
into
left cheek still.
Oh shoot!
Ooh.
Can you
Yeah, I
imagine
got shot
getting
when I
into
was
the
a
theme
kid.
park?
I got it like right here.
Yeah, can you imagine him getting into the theme park and trying to be like, pulls out the gun, pulls out the badges? Hey kid, I need that Mickey car now. Get out. Hijacks a Zamboni, you know.
I have to say,
car.
I have to say to those of you here, and this is off topic, but I must mention it. It is Ryan Cannell's birthday. So.
I know. I made
Hey,
him a
Ryan
video
Dyer.
yesterday.
Yeah, I dropped in and
Actually,
dropped him a super chat before my power went out.
Yeah,
I
me
can
too.
actually-
Me too.
I can actually, if you want, we can actually do it. Play it if you guys want.
Oh, Ryan's birthday message?
Yeah, I have it. I saved all the stuff.
Oh,
Well,
that'd be
let's
cool.
see it.
So let me find the video. Oh wait, that's the other stuff. I'm trying to find the capture. So you guys keep talking. I will find it and let you know.
All right. Yeah,
Okay,
so I have a
well,
pellet in my left cheek. I got shot when I was a kid by my cousin, and I just never could take it out or whatever, because like it would leave a scar on the outside.
mhm.
So what do
Oh,
you tell them
man.
when you set your face off the metal detector?
It
I
doesn't.
got
It's
a
lead.
ball in my cheek.
Okay, well that explains a whole lot to me now.
Yeah, you got a ball in your cheek.
You
It's
know,
got lead poisoning, chronic, for sure.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
speaking of those metal detectors at Disney, if you like getting those Pandora bracelets like I do, the
got
metal ones like that, and you go through, it will set off the metal detector every single freaking time.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
Every time.
So
Yeah.
so they are in the process. They just finished the evaluation of those new security devices, so that you don't have to unpack your bag and junk. You can just walk through now.
Oh yeah.
As long as you hold your umbrella and stuff in your hand, and you like your metal water bottles and such.
Mhm.
Then they won't have to like do extra strenuous bag searches. They have decided that they are effective, and they will start to deploy them in the parks in the future. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
just FYI. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll probably still get pulled over for secondary search.
You will.
Which is
You will because
no-
because you wear all the bling, girl. You got
Yeah.
the bling.
Yep. They're
Oh,
like,
so
it's a
gotta work
random
on
pat
that.
down.
You
Like,
gotta
yeah,
work on
random
that
my ass.
bling, bro.
Yeah.
Bling.
You're wearing all that bling.
All right.
You bling.
Bling bling. You got that
I'm
video
sorry,
for
I'm
us,
sorry.
Steven?
I do. I am getting it ready. I am just
Okay.
trying to get your stream here. Oh my
Okay.
god! Stop playing. Stop playing.
Okay.
Solid point.
Hey.
The
I
X-rays end up on the internet, though. Yeah, see, that's my thing with those scanning
why don't I have
machines.
share audio? That's
Like
weird.
even with the airport ones, I just say, give me a physical pat down. I
Please.
don't trust you people. Oh,
Is it ready?
yeah, hit it.
I hope it plays.
I hope so too.
Is it playing?
It is
Playing.
no sound.
But no sound.
Oh god damn it!
You didn't share the audio. You boomered it just like the rest of us.
No, there was no audio. There was no audio to share. That's what's bothering me right now.
Oh, dang
It
it.
wouldn't. So let me try again. There. Okay. There's share audio.
Ryan. Oh, folks, one of my cats, Professor Xavier, is in the back. He loves the television.
Does he?
Oh, yeah. I see him.
He loves
That's
the
awesome.
television. That is
That's awesome.
That is Professor X, the television and the PS3.
He's like, why are we not watching Cute Kitties on Animal Planet right now? Why not?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
Too Cute. That's what it's called, right? Too Cute.
Too cute. He loves watching YouTube. He does.
There you go.
He'll jump up there and end up in there and watch it. But yeah, there he is. Yep, that's him, Professor X. Yes, one of my cats. He's 4-year-old and a pain in the ass to my 14-year-old black cat. She can't stand.
Okay, that's weird. Keep going. I'm getting it fixed.
Okay, well,
Right.
folks, let's see. We have 47 people watching. Thank you so much. Please do share this video. Let people know it's here. We might be getting shadow banned. Is your cat bald if he is called Professor X? No, he's not bald. I'm partial to the X-Men. So short story. I had a Russian blue cat, which was the brother to my 14-year-old cat. And unfortunately, had to have him put to sleep when he was only 7 years old because he had a congenital kidney disease. And I'd actually named him Logan.
Mm.
That's like
that's
Wolverine,
awesome.
because
That's awesome.
Logan was like my favorite X-Men character. And Professor X was my second
Oh, yeah.
favorite. So when we got him, named him Professor X. So I have
going
Kayla is my black cat, and then I have Logan who passed away, and it's Professor X. So
I had a Russian blue cat too, man. They're awesome.
they are so smart. They're so smart. I didn't know what kind of cat he was. I'm like, this is the strangest cat. He would follow me around. He would talk. literally.
Mhm.
Like you'd have a
Read aloud.
conversation and
All right.
would do stuff like kill mice and then leave it for me to freaking find.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you
I'm
fine.
fine.
Right now, my whole screen is saying Google Chrome not responding, and it's all whiteness. I don't know if I lost my eyesight or not, but it's really weird.
No, that happens. Google Chrome will error out with StreamYard.
Yeah. Y'all
So
need freaking
I might have to close and come right back.
Okay.
If
No
you-
problem. No
You
problem.
decide
We're
not
gonna
to
get
come
started.
back. That's fine.
Hey Steve,
Hey,
how
now.
you doing? He says good morning, Lorraine and company.
Sig.
Steve, if you want to, you have an open invitation to come on the panel if you want to. Just let me know. All right. So let's go here with the lovely Disney Q4 earnings call. So to let you all know, for those who aren't familiar with it, the earnings call is not something that like either I or culture can go to, even as being stockholders. It's not
Right.
like that. What they do is they have a small subset of people from major investment houses like JP Morgan, like UBS Warburg, like who else? Who's another one? Morgan Stanley, those types of people. So they have one of either the top person or their minion ask vetted questions
Yeah.
of Disney executives.
And occasionally they will put a non-vet question out there, and then they usually aren't allowed to ask questions for a little while afterwards. But sometimes it's a calculated risk for them to try to get a real answer out of somebody. So
Yeah, it is a very, very curated
Yes.
call. It is not it's not authentic really
Nope.
at all. It's basically, you're lucky to freaking be here at our presence. So we're going to tell you what we want to tell you. And that's pretty much what it is. So a little bit later on as we go through about the earnings call, I'm going to let you hear what these people are like. And you can actually get to hear one question, which was actually pretty good, which didn't get it really answered, but was still a really good question. So these are like some key points to get from it, because I'm not going to throw a whole bunch of numbers at you guys. The what I kind of like for you guys to get from this is, one, how these earnings calls go and the information that's buried in there that is really of interest. So, I'm sorry, Matt, do you have a question?
I'm ready.
Oh,
where it goes.
No, I had to stand up. My ass is killing me.
That's why I had to get a new chair, man.
Yeah.
Before you do that, let's play this for Ryan, and then if it doesn't work, I'm going to laugh at Matt's hurting butt.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. Steve said something. Hang on. Bat Steven got him browser canceled by whiteness.
That is true. That's ignorant. So ignorant.
Okay, let's try it again.
All right, hold on, give me 1 second. Come on. Don't be a douche. And big. Okay, that's not big. Big.
There you go.
Are you guys here?
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it was. And I used the.
I like Ryan as Captain Marvel.
Me
Well,
too.
he has Gina Carano and the Stormtrooper punching Baby Yoda, so it pretty much nailed all.
Oh yeah, I saw his stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Folks, if you have not subscribed to Ryan Kennel over there on RK Outpost, please do go and subscribe to him. And wish him a happy birthday. Oh, Ryan, RK Outpost? You have to check it out. You have to check
He's the
out
one who's been in multiple Perry Chans yelling boomerang or getting his hair braided.
Mm-hmm.
What's Perry Chan?
I'm done with him. I'm done.
Oh, well, folks, 46 people watching. Thank you so much for joining us. And we are going to go through our interpretation of the Q4 earnings call from Disney. Now, they had this call last Thursday at 4:30. after the market had closed from the day. And this article from CBC kind of sums up the key points. I'm not going to go through the whole rest of the article because your eyes will roll in the back of your head and you'll pretty much just get bored with it. So it says Disney shares rise after reporting 73 million paid Disney Plus subscribers, losses not as drastic as expected. Culture, when you read that, what is your knee-jerk reaction?
What the hell?
We lost money, and but not as much. That's what I would do. My response to that would be run away. Run away! Don't buy
Run
anymore.
away! Run
Yeah.
away!
Yeah,
Swim
no, but
away! Swim
yeah,
away!
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's
With
this is
money.
this is like being surrounded by a bunch of jellyfish. To be honest with you, but it's the yeah. And here's the thing. You know what? I'll wait till we're through this before I talk about Disney Plus because there's some insight people need. So, yeah.
It's I'm just still floored at the shares rising.
Yeah, it doesn't. It blows my mind because they are not making money on the streaming service. They have not made $1.
None.
And
What?
they're not going to.
Not for a while.
Not for a while. And I think, like we had said in another stream, they're behind the 8 ball with that because they figured they didn't have to do any new content. Yeah, they said this in the Q1 call, I think, because someone had asked them. They said, well, how are you going to compete with Netflix and Hulu and they're putting out stuff? And Bob Iger was basically like, oh, we have enough content that people are going to pay for the service to watch all of that. We don't have to invest a lot of time and effort and money into new stuff.
What bothers me is, from my understanding, if it wasn't such a dramatic loss, why did they limit the amount of people asking questions when everyone deserves to answer a question during these types of meetings?
Because they can with these. They're only required to, and I believe this is the case, they're only required by their bylaws to have one shareholders meeting once a year. And that's when, if you're a shareholder, you can go and you can take your one share to get in and you can go up and get in line and ask the CEO a question. So the stockholders meeting is recorded and it is on their website and you can listen to that. And it has people like me and like Culture and all that who will get up there and ask these questions of the CEO. And of course, Iger would tap dance around it, but you hear people saying the things that I will say normal people, what we think, like, what are you doing with Star Wars? You're not doing a good job with Star Wars. You need to have less. You need to have less Roy Disney and more Walt Disney. You'll hear people talking, normal people who aren't investment people, who will say, "I only have one share of stock, but I love Disney, and I don't like what you're doing to it. I don't like what you're doing to Star Wars." And they will tell them, But that is the one opportunity that you get to per year.
Iger was told flat out at the last open stockholders meeting that they wanted to know what the plan was for Star Wars because it underperformed. Somebody else said, "What happened to all the creativity that Disney used to have and foster? Why are we not getting good stories and things like that?" Mm-hmm. And Iger tap danced around both of those questions in a way that it made kind of, he tried to basically cast the person as being silly or dumb or any number of other things, and it was kind of offensive to me. Now, the guy that asked about Star Wars went on a long diatribe before he got to his question, so he became almost interminably. Well, I didn't like him anyway. But he was very clear in his question about, what is the future of Star Wars with its underperforming and, all of these things. And, how are we going to see Star Wars go in a positive direction? Mm-hmm. And he really did. Tap dance around every one of those questions. And the 10Qs or the quarterlies, the quarterlies are not, anything but the investment houses and the prime investors like hedge fund managers and stuff like that are allowed to talk. So,
Yeah. And
It does
command.
happen.
You know what that sounds like? A lot of horse crap that they don't know what they're doing. They don't know where they're going to get their next amount of money from, and they're just pandering lazy insults because I think they're scared in a certain way.
It should be.
That would be
You
too.
know. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
right now it's monopoly money because their market cap is just, they are so overvalued. I can't even begin to tell you. But yeah, anyway,
It's just a mess. And even people never mind like the people who are priced out. That's even worse. They're like priced out from going to Disney. You'll have people who can afford to go, but they're just like, no, I'm not paying that. I'm not getting the right, the value for my money. I tell people the last time I stayed at the Art of Animation Resort, you should have seen how many luxury cars were parked in the parking lot there. Because people are just like, we could stay at the Grand Floridian, but we're not going to because it's not worth it. It's really not. Why did the stock go up? Plain wrap crystals, Drano smokers who need to switch back to crack. Yeah, it is. It is. A lot of it's emotion. A lot of it is, the emperor has no clothes, and we're not going to say that. We're not going to pay attention to it.
You know what would solve all of this? More fake DEA agents. I think if they got a whole lot of fake DEA agents, they could save Disney, because that would be more people reading stupid, funny crap than what they're making with stupid, funny Star Wars. Stupid Star Wars.
It's something else. But these 3 points here. So Disney reported more than 73 million paid subscribers to its Disney Plus streaming service by the end of the fourth quarter in its earnings reports Thursday. Okay, so what do you define by paid? Because do you know how much I pay for Disney Plus? A penny, because I have Hulu.
Right, and do you know? Okay, so that's part of that bundle deal. Okay, and that bundle deal also can include ESPN Plus as well. And so yes, also they technically, if you're a Verizon customer getting it for free on 2 of their unlimited plans, you're still counted as a paid subscriber. And then getting to Shadzar's thing right here. I didn't even know this was up on the screen when I started talking.
It wasn't. I just put it up.
That's not all culture. They also just announced, I believe it was last week. Now they are now doing a deal with Fortnite. So if you buy any certain of the V-Bucks packages on Fortnite, you get anywhere from a month to 2 months of free Disney Plus.
Yep, and they're also
getting ripped off.
They're also partnering with Microsoft for the Xbox. There's an Xbox deal to go with it. So these are ways they're going to build the subscriber base temporarily. What they did not say in this meeting that happened on the 12th is that they are already starting to shed subscribers at the end of this month, or actually as of the 12th. That very day, they started to shed them because people were falling off of their free, quote unquote, Verizon plan because they don't have the unlimited plan. They're also starting to shed people who signed up for the prepaid 1-year deal. And they have customers that were tied into a discounted 3-year deal.
From a D20, I think they had them sign up a D23.
At the D23 Expo that was in California in 2019. So that August, they signed up a boatload of humanity. And that was great and all, but not really, because those people paid a discounted rate. So right now, Disney's not earning $1 more from those subscribers for the next 2 years. They are technically paid subscribers. So all in all, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors when it comes to these numbers. And Disney is now having to deal with the thing that Netflix has been dealing with all along. It's a factor called churn. And churn will destroy your subscription model if you have nothing to keep people subscribed.
Exactly. So for people who say, oh, I'm just subscribing. I heard someone say this. They're just like, oh, I had Disney Plus. I dropped it. I subbed to it for like a month, 2 months, so I can watch The Mandalorian. And then I'm going to drop it again.
Yeah. I was going to do the same thing until I realized, oh, wait, I never unsubscribed.
I got the first, what was it? They gave you a week when the first Disney Plus came out or something.
Yeah, they don't do it anymore.
It's not even that. Like I said, we've had this numerous conversations due to like the way it is with, I guess, restrictions of licensing on different countries. You guys get the full everything from Disney Plus. Let's say for me from Canada, we're paying that same full amount, but we're only getting Disney Plus. We don't get Hulu. We don't get the ESPN. We don't get any of that other crap.
So you don't get the package.
No,
Okay.
so no, I really don't want that package. It sounds kind of wrong. So I just put on my pirate flag, as Christy would say, and I sailed the seven seas. Got my content.
Yeah, for me, I've had Hulu for years, and I was literally about to drop Disney Plus because I'm like, why do I need it? I have Hulu, and then I got this, advertisement. Hey, if you, keep Hulu, and we'll give you ESPN Plus, and we'll give you, Disney Plus for a cent. I'm like, yeah, okay. Because I watch a heck of a lot of Hulu. That's why I've had it for years. But if it wasn't for the bundle deal, I would have dropped Disney Plus a long time ago.
I have a question with the ESPN in general. Are there even sports going on that shows anything, or is it like mostly blank screens going, we're sorry, they don't want to play no more?
I don't know. I don't even watch ESPN Plus.
Yeah. No, they still have like Monday Night Football right now, but basketball is over. Baseball is still happening. I don't know. Nobody watches baseball right now.
So you're getting a service for sports, and there's only one sport playing.
Well, most of it is just like it's almost exactly like this, except you have people in ties talking about like football players.
Yeah.
Oh God, I want to fall asleep now.
And then the basketball, the NBA had that in the bubble down at Disney, and now that's over, and that light came and went. Hardly anything. So the other 2 points here. Wow, 57 people watching. Thank you so much for checking us out. And let's see. So the next
50.
one. Technically.
Yeah, I'm the other 7. I'm just that fat.
Oh. The company exceeded expectations on revenue and showed less drastic losses than anticipated. Less losses than anticipated, exceeded expectations on revenue. I'm guessing because they've jacked up prices and a whole lot of stuff, but that's just me. The COVID-19 pandemic has most significantly impacted Disney's parks division, due to local restrictions that have forced temporary closures or limited capacities. So those are the 3 high points. Go ahead, Culture.
Okay, they exceeded expectations in revenue. Okay, we still lost billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Year-over-year losses were staggering. The COVID pandemic was the most significant. No effing kidding. I'm sorry. 2 of these are, fancy ways of saying we're trying. And the third one is, and this is our excuse. There you go.
That's pretty much it. And when you hear, because again, I'm going to have to stop and start this on certain parts. So basically what I did here was I went into the earnings call and picked out a couple of key points.
How long were you in there for?
Who?
Is that 3 hours long or 3 minutes long?
No, it wasn't. No, it was an hour.
Yeah, they go about 45 minutes to an hour, depending. They really try to make it brief, and then they try to point towards future guidance.
Yeah.
Culture is currently doing the speak and spell voice changer.
I am not.
He's cool. Just you're channeling Odin, like what happened to Odin on Friday Night Lights.
I don't know, Gary. I'm a boomer.
It's a good one. Yeah, molecular arts. It's easy to exceed expectations when they're so low that they're next to magma. Yeah, it's kind of low.
Does anyone expect anything from Disney anymore, though? Like when you hear Disney, do you honestly expect great things like you used to, or pretty much going, "Oh, I'm gonna go make a Pop-Tart. That sounds more fun."
It's not what it used to, and it's like they refuse to see that other people, the people who want to pay, see it. They really don't. It's like they have blinders on, but they're gonna have to learn the hard way. So what I did with this call is I went and I picked out some sections that I believe gave a good idea of the shenanigans that are kind of going on. So again, like I said, I'm going to have to stop and start at parts, but what I want you to hear is what these people sound like when they're on these calls.
Everywhere that we've launched Disney Plus, audiences have embraced the wide array of high-quality entertainment, both original and library content. And I'm pleased to report that as of the end of the fourth quarter, Disney Plus had more than 73 million paid subscribers.
So remember, when we said paid subscribers, we already talked about technically what paid subscribers means. The people who got it with Verizon for free. The people like me who got it for 1 cent bundled with Hulu. You know,
He looks like a very sad Mr. Clean.
he's not very
I'm
interesting.
sorry,
At least,
cheapskate, Mr. Clean.
yes, cheaphead.
He has all the charisma of a wet dish rag. And,
That's not true. Dish rags dry up and actually become purposeful again. He just looks like that prosthetic Lance Armstrong body part that you never want to actually acknowledge.
Hey now.
I did it without being a pervert and said testicle. Oh shoot.
You know, it's like with the one, I think the previous Q3 call, Iger had to come in and save him.
He looks like Deadpool if he wasn't burnt, but not Ryan Reynolds. You get what I'm saying? Like he looks like, and I can say this, I'm a burn victim. He looks like a non-burnt burn victim.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, he literally looks like the skin is trying to escape the skeleton. It's that unhappy of a person. He has no soul in his eyes. I'm so good at getting fired.
Well, I guess you would get that way if you keep, cutting cast members and clipping their hours. And stuff
I think
like
it's
that.
Kathleen Kennedy slowly sucking the soul out of him.
But let's continue
I'm
for
sorry.
a little bit. No, but I timed this out because we're going to be stopping on a second. Hold on, time profit. Deadpool is better looking. Yeah, that's true. I do.
Deadpool's a better ass.
I love that. Let's see. Unburned Deadpool. Mr. Clean that has all his eating utensils measured from the plates at specific measurements and cannot hear anything outside of human resources speak.
Far surpassing our expectations in just its first year. And we're continuing to see positive trends. During our Investor Day presentation on December 10th, we will provide an update of our global subscriber numbers.
So here's what we're talking about. This investor event that they're talking about, that's the one that got canceled. I think it was supposed to be held a month ago, got canceled. That's the one that they hold when supposedly they get their story straight about how they should have answered these questions and didn't, and they just put everyone off until they have them so they can spin some more.
He sounds like a politician reading off a prompter. There's no life. There's no excitement behind the words. He's reading it like a robot, and it's not very hopeful for the people on the other end listening to this.
No. What does he even mean by positive trends? Like, what are you
he's buying
saying?
a toupee.
I can't even begin here because they canceled the previous event for further guidance, and it's corporate doublespeak for we don't really want to answer any of the questions you have to say. It's awful, and he is reading a prepared statement, so that's why he sounds as excited as balled up toilet paper after been used by a homeless person. I mean, that's how exciting this dude is.
But it's like he does. He's nothing compared to like say Iger, where even he's tap dancing, but at least it's interesting.
It's the show, but no dinner. But
exactly,
there's nothing
and nothing whatsoever. So here's the next one.
The growth of Disney Plus speaks volumes about the strength of our IP, our unparalleled brands and franchises, and our amazing content creators. All part of the Disney difference.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Oh my god, I've heard a Furby talk with more intelligence.
By the way,
I heard this, and when I first heard this, I was laughing so hard I couldn't stop.
The current leadership in the company has literally eliminated the Disney difference. Absolutely eliminated it from the company in every single division, including and especially in its media presentations on Disney Plus and theatrically. So there you go.
Dang it.
Yep, word salad. Did he just plagiarize Ed Sheeran from Twitch?
It's like that guy from Blizzard. What, you don't have phones?
Sounds like what he said at the keynote for TwitchCon 2017. Really?
Yeah.
JPEG did the keynote for that.
No, he sounds like that.
Oh, he sounds like that. Okay.
It was that robotic in 2017.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay.
So the veterans will get this. he's
All three of them.
when I was in the army, like there was a few in the army. There was like these computer classes you would take, and you had to click on it, and then somebody would speak to you. But that's exactly what he sounds like. Because those boring, like mandatory computer lessons on don't drink and drive or don't do and they just read out stats. Anyway,
Did you ever find the any key, Mad? Nothing.
Oh my gosh. Drake at the Lewis Run afternoon. Wow.
Oh my
Feeling
God.
so hopeful. Thanks, Bob Cheapskate. Hey, Vertical Horizons. Yes, there is nothing like hopeful about this.
Just replace this with the CNN newscast and call it mostly hopeless. Mostly hopeless as people are throwing all the papers into the shredders. Mostly hopeless.
Yeah, he can't be Ben Stein.
Exactly.
If he had the Ben Stein voice, I could vibe with that.
But
he doesn't. But didn't last week we were talking about how the Disney difference is pretty much gone, considering how many of the live entertainment actors they got rid of?
Yeah, they got rid of everyone that actually makes life to the park. That episode bothered me so much after.
I'm going to reverse course on this. I think he's actually being very honest. Like, we're reading it as if he's saying it positive in a positive way. But if you read it, like, you know what I mean? Like, with the knowledge of how shit they are, it never says anything positive, like, directly. We're taking it as positive. I think he's just being honest. Like, look, the strength of our IP, which is garbage, our impeller brands and franchise. Yeah, I mean, other than the amazing
content. Are you dating Bob
creator.
Chapek? Is that why you're defending him?
No, I'm just saying, like, maybe he's being honest and maybe he knows how garbage it is.
Well, yeah, I mean, so you're saying he's being facetious.
I'm just saying, like, he may just be telling the truth, like,
well,
that
the
sets
amazing,
us apart from everyone else.
Yeah,
That's
but
the only thing.
the amazing content creators has to be facetious. I mean, with the exception of possibly Jon Favreau, pretty much every new original show that's come down the pipe, other than probably the documentary that was being produced regardless on Imagineering, is complete garbage.
Well, they did also postpone WandaVision, correct? Like WandaVision was supposed to come out like December, correct?
I'm sorry. Oh no, WandaVision is coming out in January. Now,
but it was scheduled this year, right?
It was scheduled. They said winter. Rumors were around.
They were shooting for October. Yeah, they were shooting for October. It was supposed to be like Halloween.
It was.
But again, everything I hear, and then I hear updates and stuff like that. I don't report on because I can't say, because I would have to reveal who I got it from and all that. But yeah, so they were shooting for Halloween. We were supposed to see WandaVision debuting on Halloween. That's not what we got. So.
Right. And then they pushed it back. And when they put the trailer out, they had said like pretty much winter. Rumors we heard were like December, but it wasn't a nailed down date. And now the date that they came up with is, I think, January 15th. So that's going to be after The Mandalorian wraps up. And Time Prophet, let's see, you said, I was never excited for WandaVision. I know I am. I know a lot of other people who I know that are, but it's a different thing. It's not The Mandalorian. So I don't expect it to be, like that. Because again, remember, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, that was supposed to be on Disney Plus first, and then WandaVision. But they've run into problems. So now they're doing the Disney Plus shuffle.
Yeah, they have to, because nobody's seen the Black Widow, and the Black Widow feeds directly into all of these other. I'm sorry. Anyway, no, but there's a reason why Black Widow had to come first, and there's also a script rewrite that happened because there's a plot line that hits a little too close to things right now. You also have there's 100,000 reasons, and they also made WandaVision have more episodes than it was actually planned for. They've recut. Yeah. From what I've heard, so the episode count changed, which always bothers me. What's interesting is they could have, but actually, I don't even want to get into this with The Mandalorian, but
I mean, I'm
But
one of those where I'm looking forward to WandaVision because it looks
we all
different.
were, because you remember when we first saw the trailer drop, and you remember that
Yeah,
night, right? How exciting it
yeah,
was, all the debate, what could be,
yeah.
and it was something that was actually bringing life back to pop culture in general, especially in the Disney sector. And
Mhm.
when you see it postponed, it makes you wonder: do you not have faith in your own show, or is there something else going on? Like,
I
even if
know.
you can't get the full season out, drop half the
Mhm.
season out and drop the other half in January, like
Well,
they
I
did with Mandalorian.
Well, I know that they did have reshoots for WandaVision because
Yeah.
Elizabeth Olsen, she was supposed to attend a convention. I think it was in either New Zealand or Australia, and she couldn't attend because she had to do reshoots. So, I really, after the Mandalorian wraps up their season, I really don't see Disney Plus's numbers,
They're
going
gonna
up.
they're gonna tank.
They really are, because WandaVision, it's like it's such a niche kind of thing, and people were more excited about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Right now, that's
Yeah.
not coming out until later.
But I heard Falcon and the Winter Soldier was going to be very politically based, and that was actually not as exciting for a lot of people when they heard that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Okay.
I'm not trying to
I mean,
contradict, but that was
yeah.
what I understood.
No,
I've
no,
already I've already watched The Big Green. There's nothing left for me to watch on Disney.
yeah,
You
there's
turn
just
off the TV and you pretend you're watching Disney Plus.
Obi-Wan. Okay, Theme Park Casual says, I'm sure the Obi-Wan series is going to be right on the heels of WandaVision. Yeah, if they start shooting, that's what I was thinking
If
too.
the script is ever done, I mean,
Yeah.
I look, I was told point blank twice that the scripts were written, once out of Kathleen Kennedy's own mouth, that the scripts were written and they were headed to Pinewood Studios to shoot that starting at the beginning of this year, and they were supposed to start shooting actually slightly before the beginning of this year. They had the crew on site for 6 days and pulled the plug.
The hell.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, that's more inside baseball stuff.
Okay. All right. Well,
It's okay, 'cause we're all affected in the same way.
let's march. Let's keep marching.
Our
Right.
park experiences and product
God.
segment
So this
was
is
again
CFO.
the most severely affected, with an estimated adverse impact of
Looks like the
$2.4
Joker.
billion in the fourth quarter. At Parks, Experiences, and Products, financial results in the quarter were significantly impacted by restricted capacity and closures.
Yeah, no kidding.
I paid for my Botox. Listen to these numbers. That's how
No
her face
kidding.
goes with this paragraph right now.
No kidding. So here we have a 2.4 billion loss in the fourth quarter. Now, for those who don't know, and to remind those of you who do, Parks, Experiences, and Products is what funds Disney Plus and the movies and all of that stuff. That's where the revenue is coming from.
And that is what was replacing revenue that was being lost from ESPN and the loss of subscribers in ESPN. So Lorena is giving you the straight truth.
So here we continue on.
Operating income at Parks, Experiences, and Products declined significantly versus the prior year to an operating loss of $1.1 billion.
Let that sink in.
Holy crap.
1.1 billion. Okay. And here's their excuse here.
This reflects the closures of Disneyland Resort in California and our cruise line business for the entirety of the quarter.
I can understand that California and Disney has been going at heads, but no. I have a quick question. You remember Home Alone, right? Who played the mother?
Oh, was it her?
No,
No.
but does she looks like a cosplayer?
Oh,
of her.
Wiest, Diane Wiest.
I think so.
Was
Whoever
it
was
Diane
Kevin's
Wiest
mother,
or was it oh gosh,
girl from Second City and stuff.
the
and
chick who
SCTV.
did the she was Sally in Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, she said, Kevin.
Maureen O'Hara? No. Shoot. Catherine O'Hara. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
she
okay,
She was in
all right.
Beetlejuice.
O'Hara,
Yeah.
Okay,
Catherine
all
O'Hara.
right. Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
I
Catherine
screwed up.
O'Hara.
Yeah. I don't know why I got Diane Wiest in there, but
I think she kind of looks the same. Kind of looks a little the same.
Less soul though.
Yeah. So here they go with the other
Resort
parks.
was open for the full quarter after reopening in May, while Walt Disney World Resort and Disneyland Paris reopened in mid-July. Hong Kong Disneyland Resort was open for a couple of weeks at the beginning and end of the quarter.
So, they have this restriction, with their revenue now. Because Walt Disney World opened back in May. It was at 25% capacity. I think it's gone up to like 35% now. Disneyland Paris reopened, but they're getting shut back down again. And Hong Kong Disneyland opened for, a couple of weeks. Isn't Shanghai Disney? Okay, down there. I think Shanghai Disney, I think, is still closed.
Well, they opened. I don't, and again, I have to check almost daily to see if these parks are open right now, because there is no news coming out of the East right now at all.
And there used to be a lot.
Yep.
And they shut that down.
All of our reopened parks and resorts operated at significantly reduced capacity during Q4. However, we are pleased to see that Walt Disney World, Shanghai Disney Resort, and Hong Kong Disneyland all achieved a net positive contribution in the quarter, which means we generated revenue that exceeded the variable costs associated with reopening.
Okay, here's a point that I want to make. When she says, which means we generated revenue that exceeded the variable costs associated with reopening, do you know what those variable costs were?
No.
28,000 cast members being laid off.
Oh, that sounds humane.
That is variable cost.
Well, yeah, and in this case, I mean, they had to staff appropriately for the capacity and for the extended measures that they have to take to keep the parks clean, like they do in Florida. So, but there's a lot of variable costs associated with reopening these parks, including secondary safety inspections, all kinds of things like that for attractions.
Oh, are you kidding me? Wait. Secondary safety inspections are considered something to cut costs on?
No, usually, okay. So all attractions undergo daily inspection.
Yeah.
And so that but they had to undergo a lot of scrutiny because they were down for so long without regular maintenance or inspection.
That scares me. Like, Timmy, don't mind the screws. Get on the roller coaster. We still got.
No. You shouldn't be, because they honestly, folks from the maintenance department and engineers are every day inspect and test every attraction in their parks here in the United States. And I imagine, based on what I've heard, that standard's maintained worldwide. In fact, it's actually exceeded in Japan. OLC does a great job being Disney, better than Disney. So
that's good here, culture. I'm actually glad to hear that, because I don't want companies skipping that type of cost.
Yeah. Well, also they had to reinvest in their food stores. They had to reinvest in any of the maintenance supplies and any other supply item. They had to do variable costs would include floor to ceiling attention at every single resort that they own and operate, and floor to ceiling attention in every single facility that you encounter during your visits, because they essentially went through with a fine-tooth comb and made sure that everything was cleaner than probably when it was built before they let people in. And that's why some resorts remain closed to this day.
Yeah, one of the things that when I saw variable, good night, Time Prophet. Thanks for being here. Yeah, when I saw variable, I'm just and another thing that they did not talk about through this call, they didn't mention anything about the cast members that were laid off. Not even, we had to make the difficult decision to, let people go, and they're fundamental to our corporation. It's like it wasn't even worth a blip for them to talk about, and it could have been put in here so easily.
They also fired or laid off those people, but didn't give them any severance, if my understanding is correct. At the same time, they didn't even get their health benefits to last a few months. I'm not talking about the first wave of furloughs and layoffs. I'm talking about the most recent.
Yeah.
So not only did they give them the boot, they couldn't even do what they did with the first timers who got the let go treatment and somewhat give them health care for a month or two. And I find that a little bit garbage in mentality. As much as you want to save money for a company, they're still human beings.
It is. But again, it's like you have this corporation, which is no longer the Walt Disney Company of 10 years ago. Now it's, it's a
should
stock
invest in
price.
hospitals then. They should build their own hospitals.
Thank you. But
So this part that we're going to get to is a question that's being asked by one of the investors on the phone. And literally, they will call who it is and will say, your line is open. You can go ahead and ask your question. You were not unmuted until you're called on. Just to let you know, it's not like you can ask a whole bunch of questions and the investors can throw out questions.
Oh, no.
No, your line is muted until they unmute you to talk.
It's like a news broadcast. What you're saying is like when you're doing like a question from this media source, and then they would open your line. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. So this one is from an analyst at JP Morgan. And the reason that I pulled this one out is because she's talking about two important things. One was the whole thing to do with Mulan, and the other one had to do with the parks. So it was very interesting and telling to hear Chapek's answer to this. So this is pretty much what she sounds like. Is pretty much what your typical investor sounds like on this call.
bit of a
Where's the
follow-up
money?
question, if I may, on that studio content commentary. I would love any color you can give potentially on, what you learned from the release of Mulan into premium video on demand.
Pretty much nothing, but we'll keep going.
What do you mean? What?
How you think about, at least how you thought about it in the past, your decision to allocate content on different platforms. For example, why Mulan goes to PVOD, but Soul's going directly to Disney Plus, for example.
Man, what were you saying?
No, it's just like it just feels like a waste of a question. Like,
what is this about a leaf blower?
It bombed. It
Didn't bomb. It was literally fertilizer before it came out. You got rid of Mushu and the light bug, the two comedy relevance that makes people attached to the humor and the fantasy part. They got rid of it. So they messed themselves up.
Well, I don't think there's much that you can learn from it because
don't let Disney make movies.
Well, no, because like the movie wasn't, as far as I know, I haven't watched it, but the quality
don't.
Yeah, exactly. So the quality wasn't exactly top tier. You know what I mean? So you can't hold that as like, well, what happened with Mulan? How did that work when we did it to Disney Plus and put it on VOD or whatever? Like, that's not a good sample of what could happen if you use this same strategy. You would have to wait for, I don't know, a good movie to try to use it. But no one's going to do it because of Mulan failing.
Hello, T-shirt.
They've had, okay, so each of the studios by the end of the year will have their own version of the Canary in the Coal Mine. Warner Brothers sent out Tenet into the world, into the theaters, and that was their Canary in the Coal Mine. Yeah. Disney released a PVOD version of Mulan into the wild, asking subscribers, in addition to their normal subscription fee, if you're paying full freight, to pay an additional $29.99 for the privilege of renting this film for as long as you keep your subscription. Now, a month later, they allowed everybody to rent this film and or actually buy it outright digitally. So on Vudu or on any other digital platform such as Amazon, theoretically, you have this thing forever.
Isn't it also true that they're releasing it on Blu-ray?
Hey, Stig, how you doing?
I'm doing quite well. How are you?
Hey, Stig.
Doing good. Doing good.
Is
Glad
it
to
True
have
Culture?
you.
They announced it for Blu-ray release as well, even though they said they wouldn't.
Yeah, Blu-ray is on its way. So I believe you'll be able to purchase it for Christmas.
Yep.
I can hear Jackie Chan now going, "Leave me alone. Where am I?"
I believe it. I believe it too. And you know what? The way that they effed up for Mulan with the rollout of that is why Soul is going directly to Disney Plus. But we'll continue here with what she says, what she asks.
So from a
Did we get all of that? What she asked
Platforms,
about?
for example, why Mulan goes to PVOD, but Soul's going directly to Disney Plus, for example.
Okay, great. So from a studio content standpoint, we were very pleased with the results of Mulan as a premiere.
No, the first line underlined. Oh my God! Oh, really?
Yeah, I had to, because when I heard that on the call, I'm like, you got to be freaking kidding me.
He sounds like, I feel very, very positive with the results of the proctologist shoving both fingers up my ass. It was very productive. We made a lot of progress. Please don't fuck.
How on earth? But then again, HR or legal wrote this, because how can they, if they were so pleased with it, that sucker wouldn't be available because they made it available for video on demand, I think pretty much everywhere, like 2 weeks ago or something?
Oh, it's a little longer than that even. I mean, it literally only got about 30 days before it filtered out into the other digital ownership forms. Yeah.
Because no one was paying $30 to freaking own this at all. In contrast, and you didn't even own it. That was the thing. As long as you had Disney Plus, you had access to it. But as soon as you don't have access to Disney Plus, you don't have access to that.
Do you find that funny that Disney did this and then Amazon had that thing where they say, hey, guess what? You don't even own half the movies you buy off us. Kind of following the same trigger.
It does, but with this is for a specific
movie,
like a specific movie that no one asked for, no one asked for it. And then it comes out and then they price it at some crazy tier that, that's like unheard of. Because I think I'd said this before. If they had priced this crap movie at like maybe $8.99, $9.99, it probably would have did okay. Because if you're a family and you're stuck at home, okay, $10 for a possibly passable movie, it's good for popcorn. It'll be okay. But who's spending $30?
No one.
Disney plays.
No, Disney plays to get it for free, probably.
Well, the way I see it, though, you have to subscribe to Disney Plus and then pay $30 extra to watch it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How is that not the same as what the video game industry is doing with DLC?
Well,
it's DLC for Disney Plus.
It's but the same. But the difference is with DLC is with, say, video games. Once you purchase it, you have that DLC forever with the game. With this, it's kind of different from what I'm understanding. Is you pay for the tier to get the movie, but as soon as you cancel your subscription, that tier is also gone with the movie. So, but the DLC you still keep.
So it's overpriced rented DLC.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's where the anger was coming from, because it's like, if I'm going to pay $30, I should be able to have access to that whether I am paying for Disney Plus or not.
Yeah, and they're not giving you the numbers. They are not giving you the numbers. Even with the baloney sausage parrot analytics guess that they make with those numbers. This film only made somewhere between $60 and $90 million in total from Disney Plus subscribers. Now, we haven't tabulated the amount that's come out of the other digital purchases yet. We should know that by the end of the year. But if this thing makes $130 million, do you know how much money they lost on this film?
A lot.
Yeah.
A crap ton.
I have a question, though. I don't know if anyone's ever done this, but what made more money? Bill and Ted Face the Music or Mulan?
Mulan so far.
But not by much?
Not by much.
That's saying
Mulan
a lot.
Cost more, though.
Oh, yeah. God, yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, see, that's the weird term. See, when you say made money, I'm thinking total gross receipts, but not actually made money. If you want to talk about making money, Bill and Ted probably has made more money because this thing is in a deep, deep hole.
Because that's what I was thinking, because I'm pretty sure like Bill and Ted cost less money. So they were able to make enough money to put that break-even point where they were able to make money past that break-even point of their cost. But to go back to Soul, now Soul was one Pixar movie that I was actually excited to see that was going to come out. And I think the reason they put that on the Disney Plus, one, because this theater is being shut down, and two, because of how they screwed up with Mulan to begin with.
What? No, they're very pleased with what happened with Mulan. He just said it. They're very pleased.
Oh, they are.
Yeah. Just
but
like
your subscribers sure as frick aren't. That's what I'm talking about.
Which is why they didn't give any real amounts. They absolutely don't want to say, well, we really screwed up.
Because that was a PR nightmare.
Yeah, because the international box. So let's do it this way. The international box office for this was $69 million worldwide so far to date, right? So that's with places it was allowed to open up in theaters. Theoretically. Now, those are gross receipts, guys. So you have to do your movie math here and divide times and divide by 3. So really, the takeaway for Disney was maybe about $20-some million here in their earnings. Okay, but they could have gotten 70%. It's all going to depend on their deals they negotiated with wherever this film was released.
Right.
But the production budget for this film was over $200 million.
Oh my God.
That's
And
before
Bill
marketing.
and
And
Is that
even
before
China
marketing?
hated it. But
yeah,
China
Bill and
hated
Ted
it too.
says Bill and Ted cost $45 million.
Yep.
In
And Bill
Yeah,
and
contract.
Ted was more
Tom and I
enjoyable.
Tom and I did a detailed breakdown of this thing, and it is this is absolutely this is one of the most ridiculous examples of how not to go about digitally releasing a product.
It's just nuts. Theme Park Casual says, were they hoping the people getting free subscriptions would say, well, we're not paying for the subscription?
I can kind of agree. Maybe they did, because if they did already have something for free for 2 months, dropping $30 once just to get a movie to shut up the kids would work. And I think maybe they had the weird irritation, if we give them something for free, they'll pay for this just in case, because it's 3 months for that one movie.
Yeah.
I know it's a way out there stretch, but it does kind of make sense if someone had that type of intelligence, air quotes.
It's just nuts. And it seems to me that the people who get Disney Plus are the ones on a regular basis are the ones that can least afford to drop $30 or whatever. Like, for example, my sister shares my subscription because she has 3 small children who are under the age of 6. So they watch Disney Plus all the time, but it's a lot of, the cartoons and stuff that are they're already there, not like, the new stuff like The Mandalorian or, the Imagineering story was awesome. They haven't gone back to that. So that's got my interest.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but did any of you guys did the new Marvel documentary come out yet about the 6 or whatever it's called? Has that come out yet?
I don't know. I saw the trailer and I was not interested.
No.
I would like to share with you everything that I have seen on Disney Plus in the last 6 months. Mandalorian.
You saw the Imagineering story, right?
Yeah, but that was way over 6 months ago.
Yeah, that's true.
I saw The Big Green, the soccer movie.
Wow, why?
It was really good. It held up. I think I saw a couple more movies on there. Definitely The Big Green.
I saw Lady and the Tramp, the animated version of Lady and the Tramp, and the animated version of the Aristocats.
Which one? The edited versions or the supposedly these have to change version?
Oh, they were all these have to change version.
Oh, goody.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know why I own physical media?
So you don't have to worry about people screwing with your goddamn movies.
That's right.
Exactly. And that's why I have that stash too. And am getting more and more physical media. I mean, I bought when the Blu-rays would come out and they had the digital
digital downloads. Yeah. Use those. Get your voodoo going. Yep.
So I have all of those. Some of them that still have the shrink wrap on them because got them at a discount. Yeah, I still have them. But yeah, physical media is the way to go. Physical media gives my old ass PS3 a reason to live.
Hey, Lorena. Then there's another option for your things. Start thinking up a movie list and having your viewers know about that too.
Oh yeah. Definitely recommendations to get in physical media for Amazon.
She really wants drawn together all the series plus the movie, and she wants C-Lab 2021.
Also,
and I want Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh yeah, before they broke it. Before they broke it.
Before they broke it. Yes. Yes. Before they broke it.
I've been stocking up on old movies on Blu-ray as well, because if the future looks shit, look to the past, right? So I've been having a blast watching older movies that I haven't seen before, and Culture Casino and every one of the other panelists on the movie streams are to blame.
It's great. It's great. Bruce. Look. This is a film that would make Anita Sarkeesian cry.
Let it ride.
Boob armor makes her cry.
Yeah, well, exactly, because this has Miss Tilly in it, and she has a rack that won't quit. So this has literal boob armor. So Let It Ride is an excellent film that is very, very funny.
I have one question though.
Oh, go ahead.
Do you think they can edit Eddie Murphy's Pluto Nash to make it better?
No,
Lord, I don't think that's gonna work.
No,
I don't think that's gonna flip and work.
Never.
I had to.
Let's finish this because we have diverted greatly.
We so have, but let's see. Let's go. So,
and as you remember, it was our very first foray into a strategy like Premier.
Stutter there.
Unfortunately, that title met with some controversy, both in
some controversy. Guess we're talking about the
concentration
concentration camps there.
Yeah. Shortly after we released it, but we saw enough very positive results before that controversy started to know that we've got something here in terms of the Premier Access strategy. And I think we'll talk a little bit more about that at the investor conference in December.
So once again, they're skirting over this stuff. And we're going to talk to you about it at the investor conference in December. So they're not going to talk about, praising that they filmed where they had the Uyghur concentration camps at. They're not going to talk about that. Interesting. Hey, Teresa. But he has some more spin, so let's keep going here.
In terms of Soul, we also realized, though, that part of the lifeblood of Disney Plus is providing great content to the base level subscribers that are in there in Premier or Disney Plus. And so,
what does that mean? What?
Thought it was a really nice gesture to our subscribers to take Soul during the holiday period and provide it as part of the service.
Nice gesture, my ass.
Yeah, let's watch the concentration camp movie at Christmas.
Yeah.
Jackie Chan is Don't Look Over Here. Starring Mulan.
This is about 11 Kinds of Bad. I mean, he isn't even doing good spin. And, and here's the thing. Soul was a movie that I was looking forward to. When I saw, I've seen about 15 minutes of it. And what I'd seen to date is pretty amazing. I really, really enjoyed it. It is beautifully done. You feel for the character from the very beginning, the very first moments that the character is introduced to you. And then the experience changes and you have an emotional ride until you get to the second part of the story. And that is beautiful. And so when this, if you do have Disney Plus or if you are a pirate, this is probably worth seeing.
This is definitely worth seeing. If you were ever a fan of Class of 3000 on Cartoon Network.
Good call.
The main character in that was voiced by Andre 3000, aka Andre Benjamin, aka one half of the band Outkast. It was
Miss Jackson.
Ooh.
Hey,
every time you say Outkast, I picture the house scene in the rain, and then I can't do the rap because I'm white. There's a stereotype.
But that was a really fun, musically inclined cartoon. And Soul reminded me of that because the main character, he is a middle school band teacher. He's a middle school band teacher, and he finally gets his break to play in a jazz club. And something profound happens to him that puts a monkey wrench in his plans, so to speak. So that film looks really good, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. Although I find it interesting when they say it was a really nice gesture. Yeah, right. A nice gesture would have been not charging people $30 to, rent Mulan.
Well, they knew piracy would be high on Mulan regardless, and as it turned out, they were right.
Big time.
That film was pirated more than Tenet was. Statistically, based on the numbers that were available from the various torrent sites, Tenet was pirated half as much as Mulan.
Oh God, y'all! I can't look at the private chat when Steve is on a screen. I just can't.
No, it was
the
Fat
same
Steven
thing.
this time.
We said the same thing. That's what's funny because we were like Matt like falls in his feet, teabagging, and then he's
Oh
like
my
teabagging.
God.
Pete.
That's not what happened. That's not what happened.
Look, Matt is turning a different shade of red. He like
No, that's not what happened.
Steeping balls.
Yeah,
It was
steeped
Steven
balls
this
of tea,
time.
I guess.
Nope.
Yeah, something like
Talking
50,
about bubble tea. Bubble tea.
50
Balls
Shades of
in your
Earl
tea, bro.
Grey.
Yeah,
Okay,
50
here we
shades of
go.
balls.
Opportunities to continue to improve parks. We're actually very encouraged by what we're seeing right now in our parks across the
So
world.
enthusiastic
There's really
here.
two dynamics that are going on. Number one, our park operators, which, as you know, are the best in the world, are becoming much more efficient
But you fired them.
in operating under COVID guidelines. And we've been able to pretty materially increase our capacity and still stay within the guidelines that local governments are giving us. For example, 6-foot social distance.
Well, if you saw that picture that I showed you earlier about a Disney Springs, that 6-foot social distancing is non-existent.
Can I quickly just change the one part of that paragraph? Where is it?
Which one?
There are number one, our park operators, which are the best in the world, now fired.
Yeah, they got rid
which,
of.
as you know, are the best in the world at being unemployed.
Mm-hmm.
Are becoming much more efficient at trying to find work.
Again, it's like it wouldn't have killed them to say something about, cast members that they got rid of to, bring down their variable expenses.
And this is happening across across our parks across the world. In fact, Walt Disney World, which was at a 25% capacity constraint, which was our industrial engineering estimates to keep 6-foot social distancing, now has been able to increase to 35%.
He doesn't even know what
So I'm just going to say I was an industrial engineering grad student, and I did have to do time and motion studies at Disney. I don't know how they managed to keep that quote unquote 6-foot social distancing, because you can put that in a computer model, but in reality, people aren't doing that.
Yeah,
it was because of the 130% increase in the size of the hub. So they increased available foot space significantly by doing the hub expansion and destroying all the trees and foliage.
So one thing that's good about that, though, less places to hide guns and blame 6-year-olds.
Unless you hide it in a diaper, hide it in a diaper bag. Oh my God.
Almost a 50% increase in the number of guests that we can allow in and still adhere to the local guidelines and the guidelines that are stipulated by the CDC with social distancing.
The local guidelines are more than that, Bob, but thanks.
Adept at operating under these constraints. But the second thing that's even more encouraging is the demand that's growing for our parks across the world.
Okay, so wait until you hear this spin given by I keep wanting to call her Melissa McCarthy, and I know that's so wrong, but it's Catherine McCarthy.
I think it says two different things. Number one, shows the love that guests have for our experiences that we have within our parks and the tremendous IP that we have as a company have. But I also think it speaks to the trust that people have, given the track record that we know.
This guy is, I swear to God, this guy is Paul Pressler all over again, because these guys don't realize, and they're saying the tremendous IP, intellectual property, because they're always trying to reinforce the idea that they own these things, right? Instead of saying, because of the great entertainment value that we give a family, would be the way somebody who had a heart would present this information and still convey worth to the investors. His choice of words, or whoever's crafting all of these statements for him, they're absolutely soulless human beings with zero understanding of the primary occupants and investors in their company. So it's insane.
See, Culture, you've answered that. You've answered that to a certain degree because they own Lucasfilms, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So pretty much they he doesn't have a heart because the Temple of Doom guy came in and strapped him to a fire pit and removed it.
Yeah, I've seen that scene.
Temple of Doom reference right there.
Steve, you were saying?
Yeah, he comes off a bit as remember that guy that did this press confererances for Saddam Hussein, saying,
Yeah,
"Oh, there's no
Baghdad Bob.
yeah, there's no Americans here," and then you see the American tanks right behind him rolling into the.
Mostly peaceful.
Wow. Oh, and his name is Bob. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, he's gonna be Baghdad Bob from now on. Oh my God.
No.
Yeah, it's
the globe, very stringent guidelines.
Yeah, we knew
and
that.
We're very pleased with our track record,
Mhm.
and I think people are now through forward bookings and reservations showing some very encouraging signs about their willingness to come and spend time with us at a Disney park.
So here's my thing. A lot of people don't have money to travel to the Orlando area. So the most it seems to me, at least from when I was there, most of their capacity is coming from locals on the weekends. So I don't know where it seems when he says that, it makes it seem like, oh, everyone can't wait to come back, and it's going to be on that same level like it was before, and that's just not happening.
Maybe they're getting into the black market because of all those seized guns. They're selling them on the side.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm sorry.
There you go. Yeah, you're right. They're now a weapons dealer for Miami.
Bringing in your BB guns and your
look.
nines in a diaper bag, put it in a planner.
I don't see folks returning in the numbers that they had been attending for a while. Number one, because the parks don't look like what they're supposed to look like. Number two, there are no places to eat in many of the parks. Number three, the entertainment experiences have been almost completely eliminated. Number four, before they even reopened the parks under these conditions, they increased the food and beverage prices by 30% across the board.
They did.
You remember when they also raised the prices of even remember when the Galaxy's Edge opened the sporks, right? Everyone was taking sporks home, right? And they they then got rid of all of them and then resealed them all singly and charged $11.30 for us.
That's right. Yeah, it was an opportunity there, and again, I mean, can you blame them for the fact that they didn't want people to walk off with their cutlery? But at the same time, there's an easy way to not have your cutlery disappear, and that is to actually offer a restaurant experience rather than a quick serve, because they were putting them in because originally those sporks, quote unquote, were actually slated for the dinner theater restaurant that was not built or open.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So can I add to your list, though, Culture?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
You're at number 4, number 5.
I have no idea.
Okay, I'm going to go with number 6 just to be safe. Number 6. Nobody has any goddamn money. Everyone's looking for work. Everyone's been furloughed. Everyone's trying to provide for their family. So guess what?
I was going to add that as well.
To your goddamn park when everyone is broke ass poor. You negligent mofo.
And this is what Trace brings up. Hey, Trace XL. Most are locals because others can't travel due to quarantine guidelines or a lack of funds from being broke all year. And Awesome One also adds, these execs must never leave their compounds and think everyone has it easy like them.
Yeah, they really are out of touch. Absolutely, their prisons are very nice compared to ours. But look, and by the way, that's one of the reasons that you should check out Trace XL is for brilliant insight like that, and especially when he's hanging out over on Merry Mayhem or anywhere else. He is, as we would like to say, he is a professional
musician.
No, it's a bad word that rhymes with ick. So anyway, on Twitter. And he does a very good job.
I love that. I love that. Honestly, the world needs more a-holes and pricks. Do you know why?
Hey guys, it's Mandy Summers. Hey Mandy, girl, I haven't seen you in my chat before. Oh my gosh, Mandy is so cool. Comic stage artist.
Oh my god, like it's Mandy Summers, okay?
It's Mandy Summers.
My face.
Oh, thanks so much
I
for
love
coming,
Mandy.
girl. I
Mandy.
appreciate it.
I did an improv with Mandy Summers last year.
Oh yeah,
on Shenanigans.
Oh
yeah,
man,
I
she's
stuffed her in the wood chipper.
Oh God, no.
Mandy, I have to interview you for my show, girl. We have to make that happen.
Hit me up on Twitter or hit her up on Twitter, and we'll schedule an appointment. But back to saying, I don't mean to be rude, but with Trace thing and the whole the professional prick or professional a-hole, Those are the better people to have as friends. You want to know why? They'll be honest and blunt to your face. They won't sugarcoat crap, and they will make sure you know when you F up. That genuality is you want in your life.
And they won't talk behind your back.
No,
they won't.
Let me get to
unless
this
you're fat
last,
and you can't turn around fast enough. Then
let me get to this last thing here. So this is what cracked me up. Okay, so listen to not Melissa, but Christine
At Walt
McCarthy.
Disney World, we are also encouraged by the booking trends we are seeing. Park reservations at our reduced capacity limits are already 77% booked for Q1, with Thanksgiving week booked close to capacity.
Okay, so just to let people know, they have sent out some heavy discounts for Q1 because no one hardly travels. Really, that's a low travel season, and on top of that, you got the Wu-Tang flu popping off. They have put out some massive discounts for that period of time. So no wonder they're booked up like that.
But that's the funny part. That the only discounts that would benefit these people are in the U.S. who can travel, because aren't borders and airports closed for all of North America pretty much?
I know. And in the wintertime, especially around Christmas, I tell people there's 3 buckets of humanity that descend on Disney, probably like 4. You have the Canadians from Toronto and Ontario.
That's not true.
They come down. Yes, they do. I have seen them.
Don't.
Yes, you do. You do. Not now, but you did last year. So you have those. You have the Northeasterners trying to get the heck out of the Northeast because it's cold as I don't know what. They come down. You have the locals in Florida, and then you also have the tourists coming in from Asia as well. 5, and Europe. And they all converge down there around Christmas, and it's crazy. This year, you don't have the international travel.
Nope.
The borders are closed in Canada. People are broke as hell in America right now. So
I'm surprised no one's. They're gonna have to rethink their whole system and start I don't know. Do you think it'll ever come to the point where they start charging, instead of getting into the park, they start charging you per ride you go on? Do you think they would go to that far eventually?
At one time that was what they did. Culture,
you
remember the e-ticket books, the ticket books?
Oh, dude, yeah, I'm old enough to have bought ticket books and had to go back. I had to ask my parents, can I have some more money? I already used up all my e-tickets.
Yeah.
See, and that's that most kids and most young folks have no idea that the e-ticket actually was a thing. We don't call them an e-ticket attraction for reasons. I mean, you had the e-tickets were the most valuable ticket in your ticket book. And before they got rid of the ticket book, they could cost you somewhere between $5 and $7.50, if I remember correctly. So that ride on Space Mountain, that was a $5 ride, kids.
Yep, just like at the carnival where you have to pay. The cool rides cost more money than the boring rides no one wanted to do. There was like a minimum flat rate to get in, and it was a la carte.
Yeah.
It used to be that way. So you could change your budget based on what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then
so
they
you could
started
plan your
changing
rides and your hotel and your why didn't they just go back to that? That would
they discovered long ago that the fixed pricing model and the ability for people to remain in the park longer kept spending more and more money. So food and beverage and merchandise sales went up dramatically, which is far more profitable. So they went that direction.
Okay, but what if culture they had that still, but also offered a package where you could choose the rides you wanted, the hotel you wanted,
actually
balance it,
for a period of time, they experimented with various forms of fast passes where you had to be staying in a resort to receive a fast pass. You had to be an annual pass holder receive a fast pass.
Really?
And you could insert your ticket. And now at Disneyland, they have a different process called a Max Pass that you can pay for. That means you can reserve your fast passes on your phone hour by hour, like you used to do with the paper legacy tickets. In California, it's not that way. You get to pick three attractions that are tiered. So one premium attraction or 2, and one B-level attraction. And those fast passes you can do in advance. And then when you use those up, you can make a reservation for a successive pass. So,
just to chime in a bit, slightly off topic, but people have to travel to get to Disneyland, and people are poor now, right? Because of COVID. If the election stays the way it is now, gas prices are going to go up, I think.
Oh, so yeah, you can bank on that. Bank on that. Everything's going to go up.
That's a factor too. So I think, I think Disney World might be looking at a slightly worse prognosis, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're both Disney World and Disneyland. You're 100% right, Steve. That's very insightful.
Yeah, because both of those areas, the economy is all built around what Disney does or doesn't do.
Well, rip Michigan.
And that's pretty much what it is. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up for us tonight. It's been an awesome time. Yes, Stephen, were you about to say something?
Just as a side note, different topic. Any viewers that are from Michigan, my condolences to you guys. They just announced a 3-week lockdown.
Yeah, but the court has told her she has no authority to do so. So we'll see how long that lasts.
I hope you guys have popcorn.
They won't try it. They won't try it in my state because Supreme Court already said hell no, it's not going to happen.
But this has been great.
Folks, thank you so much for coming. Hey, Bone, how you doing? Sorry for the late start, but glad things worked. Everything finally booted up. We're back online and all of that. So definitely subscribe to all the people on this lovely channel. Not lovely
except
channel,
me.
Panel.
Sub to Stig. Do it.
Yeah,
do it.
Stig said he doesn't want any.
Can you blow me up quickly? I want to do something for the chat. Wait. Sub to Stig. Enhance. Sub to Stig. Enhance. Sub to Stig. Enhance. Sub to Stig. Enhance. Do it.
Stig's will come after you.
Do it. What's he gonna do? Chase me down with my
He will be under siege.
Under siege.
That's ignorant.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming. We'll catch you guys next time, next week. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Avoid the skunk ape, I think is what it is. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Easy. Wash your ass.
Florida.